Hi guys, and welcome back to Crypto Chester. I'm here today to give you a nice Bitcoin cryptocurrency show. We're going to be going through Bitcoin here on the short-term time frame, the mid-term time frame, the long-term, the macro, and also we're going to be chopping up some altcoins as well from a just a general TA perspective, and then we're going to be going into some market cipher stuff to get some market cipher trades ready for Fairdesk copy trading today. Very exciting stuff. Didn't execute anything yesterday on Fairdesk just because there's nothing very clean. Okay, there's nothing very clean that I could see. So absolutely fine when that happens, guys. If there's no trades out there, don't take the trade. Don't rush into it. That's how you lose your money. Okay. So yeah, moving on to Bitcoin here to start off with on the midterm time frame. What are we seeing and what have we seen so far? Okay. Now this is a huge drop. So far we've seen lows of around 65.7. The big question is, how low can this go? That everyone is asking right now. Everyone's asking, how low can this go? And the real answer to that is potentially actually to test this low down around $60,000. Okay, that's what I said. That's what I would say, and that's sort of what I've been saying for a while here since we saw all-time highs and since we came up to try and test all-time highs. I said I would expect to range in this sort of period until the halving is done. Okay, until the halving is finished, and then potentially after the halving, we usually we do see a bit of sideways or a bit of a dump just after the halving, so that's definitely something to take into consideration as well. But what I would say here is I can't see us smashing all-time highs, like going to the absolute moon here with those factors of the halving, dumps, and all of that good stuff. And also I can't see us crashing all the way down to $50,000 just because you can see the price action and how this has been bought up by institutions over the last few months or so. If it comes down to these levels, if it comes down to 59, 55, maybe even 50, it's going to get bought up really fast. Okay, there's still a lot of institutions and stuff that want to get in. There's still a lot of people that want to buy Bitcoin for this next run. So the moment that we see these crashes come down, it's just going to get bought up. And we've seen this many times here with every single dump that we are seeing with Bitcoin, most recently coming down to $60,000 and even testing 59.5 there. Okay, so in my opinion, I do think we're just going to be in this nice juicy ranging period for quite a while. Okay, so remember, it's nothing to worry about. It's absolutely fine. We're fine in this market. The market is strong. The market is solid. We're still in a nice massive macro uptrend. We're still in a bull market, guys, just having a little bit of a pullback, and these pullbacks, they're actually very healthy. Okay, so yeah, sometimes your bags can dip under, but there's no reason to panic. It's absolutely fine. We will be coming back to all-time highs fairly shortly. In a stance of trading this, what I'm looking for here on the midterm time frame is, you guys know this, the volume weighted ATR band on the daily here is lining up pretty goddamn perfectly right now with this trend line. As you can see here, we do have a very strong trend line in terms of a bouncing point. If we look at momentum from this zone, it's not weak, guys. It's really not weak. Momentum from the zone, and remember how fast this got bought up previously. You can see we've got 25% there, near enough 25%, near enough 13% there. And if you want to take that all the way to the top, you can do that, but I'm just being realistic here, guys. Around 13% there, so it basically gives us the inclination that we're going to bounce at least 6%, okay, at least 6% from this zone, and that bounce point is going to be on the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement, the volume weighted ATR band on the daily, and in terms of a price for that, it is going to be around 62.2. Okay, so I'm definitely going to be putting in a massive order here for 62.2 over the next sort of couple of hours or so, if we do see us continually cascade down the staircase of hell. Okay, so yeah, massive move to the upside potentially coming through from this volume weighted ATR band on the daily. And guys, we've been waiting for this for a considerable amount of time now, since we crossed it with a lot of momentum to the upside here in February. We've been waiting for this, and you can see the last time that this happened, we crossed it with a lot of momentum. The first bounce, really nice here. The second bounce, even nicer, really strong. Third bounce, not as good, and then we break to the downside. Okay, absolutely fine, but basically this happens in cycles. So usually the first bounce is really nice. So if you just follow my cursor for a second, let's go back in history and let's just find the previous data that we do have on this as well, and you can see upwards momentum very strong here. First bounce, really nice. Okay, so it's the first bounce we really want to play on there, usually worth around 9-10%. Okay, you can see massive upwards momentum, first bounce, really strong. around 7% there. Upwards momentum, if that's the right one. And we didn't get that big of a bounce there, actually. That's interesting. Is that definitely the right volume weighted ATR band? Let me just double check that, guys. 1 second. It's this one here, okay? So let's just follow that. No, it's not. No, it's not. So you can see it's this volume weighted ATR band here. It actually curls round like that and goes up here. So this is the daily that comes up here, right? So so yeah, that's not actually included in that back test there. So that's good news because I would have gone against what we were saying. But yeah, so the bounce is looking really, really strong off that daily volume weighted ATR band when we do see that first sort of retracement, and that's essentially where we are right now. Okay, guys, it's very, very interesting stuff and very important stuff that we need to take into consideration if we do see 62.5 on the cards today. There is going to be a very, very nice bounce from that point. Okay, so yeah, definitely something to really, really be looking out for there. Just looking at yesterday's position that we were looking out for here, guys. It was this upward sloping, well, upward sloping. It's a rising wedge, right? A rising wedge. They tend to usually break to the downside, guys. We were planning for this measure move like so. You can see the breakdown, very, very, very strong. Now we haven't actually seen that measure move get completed just yet. So in terms of like the short term, right? In terms of the short term right now, what I would say is that we do have a little bit more downside, okay, on the micro time frames. Let's jump right down to that. A little bit more downside, maybe coming down to the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement, sat around 65.5. Those sorts of areas. Does that line up with the measure move completion? Near enough, 65.6. Okay, so yeah, I would expect to test at 65.5 over the next sort of 2-3 hours or so, and you can see we are seeing continued momentum to the downside here. Okay, so yeah, very interesting stuff. It will be interesting to see how this candle closes actually in 21 minutes, because it's getting closer to some sort of doji star candle there if we don't see a very strong body to this candle. Okay, so that's another point to be keeping in your back pocket for later, because we know doji stars, it basically means uncertainty and direction. And after seeing such a big dump to the downside like we have seen most recently here for Bitcoin, 69,000 all the way down to 66, 65-ish, then usually we will see a bit of a reversal. Now the question is, the reversal is going to be in this area. Okay, now this is a very key point that I did want to cover as well, guys. It's the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement. Okay, the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement is actually the confirmation Fibonacci level for a reversal of the trend. Very, very important. Okay, so if we look at Fibonacci, come on, don't ruin the chart, Chester. Fibonacci from the all-time high to this swing low of this current micro downtrend that we did see. Most recent pullback here for Bitcoin, you can see that's the low. We've got the swing high at the all-time high, and basically, if we cross the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, it is the confirmation of the reversal of the trend. Okay, so that's a very, very interesting point, because you can see last time we did cross it here, we crossed it to the upside, we saw the reverse of the trend and we saw a nice uptrend. So what we're going to do now, guys, we're going to get rid of that and we're going to go swing low to current swing high of this move. And this does bring the 0.5 down, actually. Does bring it down actually ever so slightly. Okay, so that basically means this is the key area that we really need to be looking out for there. If we see an hourly candle body close, or 4-hour candle body close, or consistent candle body closes on the micro time frames here below the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement, unfortunately this does mean micro reversal, guys. This does mean micro reversal from this uptrend. Okay, so sort of what we need to be paying attention to over the next sort of 20 minutes, over the next sort of 2 hours and 20 minutes, is essentially going to be this reversal off this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement. Because as I said, I'll say it again, if we break that, guys, it's basically the confirmation that we're going to be heading further down to the depths of the ocean. Okay, down, deep down and dirty into the sand. Okay, so yeah, be prepared for that. Now what I'm saying right now, guys, is we did have a 65.5 on the cards, I think it was, for the midterm time frame. Yeah, 65.5 on the cards for the midterm, but also we are still above the Fibonacci retracement, so we could actually see a little bit of an upside here as well, guys. So just be prepared for that, and try, like, in a situation like this when Bitcoin has fallen off a cliff quite rapidly, what happens here, guys? It's smart money and then it's dumb money. Okay, so when I say that, I mean it's institutional trading Bitcoin, the big dogs, the whales, and then it's the dumb money, it's the retail, it's me and you out here trading. So basically what happens after seeing such a significant dump like so, guys, you see this is basically a whale dumping, or a collective of whales dumping on the market at a specific time. The market completely crashes, and then these 3 candles after that, these 3 hours, are basically retail following that trend. Okay, it's retail following that trend and continuing. So after we see this sort of price action level out a bit on the basis that more whales aren't going to dump the price, it basically means that we're likely to see a bit of a reversal here. So it's not a bad idea trading this bounce off the 0.5 on the basis that we do hold this in the next 18 minutes or so. Okay, let's look at RSI, and let's have a little look at divergences and all that juicy stuff. You can see we've really overbought here, like considerably overbought rapidly as well. So that is an inclination that we are due some upside here as well. If we are going to be doing an upside prediction here, you can see we do have a very strong trend line coming down here on the RSI. So if we do see any sort of upside for Bitcoin, buying pressure up to the 0.32 Fibonacci retracement, it's very likely that we see a test of this trend line as well, and the resistance that we do see from this trend line is very strong on the RSI in terms of selling pressure. Okay, so that's definitely something that we really need to be looking out for there today, as and when we're basically going to be trading the reversal here potentially, or the breakout scenario here on the RSI when we do see a bit of upwards momentum for the potential bounce here, because we know Bitcoin at the moment, guys, we know when it dumps down quite rapidly, it's usually getting bought up. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised here if everyone's flipping short, the market's very bearish. We're Tuesday, we've had 2 bearish days in a row, crypto bubbles are on a sea of red right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do actually see a nice bounce to the upside, and then there is going to be a potential breakout zone to be essentially trading, and that will basically line up pretty perfectly with the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement as well on the midterm time frame. So yeah, a couple of things to be looking out for there, guys, on the midterm. Let's jump to the longer term time frame, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to have a look at the chat quickly. I see zombies on the stream. Nice to see you on the stream there. Do appreciate you you stopping by. It's 2 streams in a row now. We've got Neil, we've got Subfloor, we've got Phoenix as well. Nice to see you all on the stream there. Phoenix, absolute OG. And guys, if you're looking for a TradingView community, Telegram community, link is in the description. Go check it out. A nice family in there. And also, if you are new to the stream, I'm streaming every single day, Monday to Friday. Videos coming out every goddamn day here. So yeah, if you've got any altcoin requests as well, slap them in the chat and I will get to them as soon as possible. Zombie says, BRB, got to make a coffee. It's almost 1 a.m. here. God damn, bro. God damn. Can't stay up that late. Not on a school night. Neil says, ICP is king. Take my word for it if you're able to get it for $15. Yeah, I mean, ICP is significantly underpriced with Web3, and it's like the most effective Web3 project out there in terms of like functionality and utility, right? So I do expect that's why it came out of the gate swinging, like we saw in the previous bull run. It like entered the market with billions and billions and billions of dollars of funding behind it, billions of dollars of market cap, and maybe not funding but market cap, and then it obviously just crashed off a cliff because people weren't ready for it. That it wasn't ready to be mass adopted, but it's still the best tech out there for Web3. So when that is ready to be adopted, it's going to be the leader in the space, in my opinion. So definitely something to consider there if you haven't looked at ICP there. But yeah, let's carry on with Bitcoin. Let's jump to Bitcoin on the macro, because again, I just want to reiterate, guys, we do have the most recent higher low market structure here for Bitcoin is currently sat at 58.9. As long as we stay above that, we're still bullish here. I mean, we're still bullish pretty much if we stay above 50, right? I would still be very bullish on Bitcoin. And you can see also, it's interesting, guys, because I do expect a bounce here off the volume weighted ATR band on the daily. I really do. I expect at least a 5 to 10% bounce there, and we're going to be trading this bad boy up, especially if we dump down today. You can see it lines up with the Fibonacci retracement. It lines up with this trend line as well. Momentum wise, it's very strong from this zone, so there is going to be a really clean, I'm talking a god mode, sell your house, sell your dog scenario trade. But that's what I'm looking for today. But overall on the macro, guys, if we do see us absolutely take a tumble here for Bitcoin, which I think it's pretty unlikely considering institutions will just buy it up, as we have seen here, that if we do take a massive tumble, the buying area for me is going to be at this zone here. This zone that I'm talking about here, the zone that I'm referring to, is very important, guys. It contains the 3-hour volume weighted ATR band, the 12-hour volume weighted ATR band, and the weekly volume weighted ATR band. When we see these guys having a party together, when we see them chilling next to each other, chilling out, they hold a lot of support. They're like a really strong gang going into a fight. No one's going to beat these guys. So the support that they're going to hold here, when we do come down, if we do come down, then we're going to basically be just buying the hell out of Bitcoin from this zone. Okay, this is a very important zone to be looking out for there. And that's not saying that we're not going to bounce on the daily volume weighted ATR band before that, because I do think we've got a really nice bounce to the upside before that. But what I'm talking about here, guys, is it's very likely that we sit in this range for this halving period. And when we do see the halving come into fruition there, a lot of people are like really bullish on Bitcoin and a lot of other assets as well. So I wouldn't be surprised by that point. Obviously, we're nearly 2 weeks away from the halving, just over 2 weeks there. This gives these volume weighted ATR bands to creep up a little bit more, up to this 0.236 Fibonacci level, and that basically means probably after the halving, we'll probably like to see a big wick to the downside to around 50k, and then massive move to the upside. And then from there, it will just basically be, in my opinion, I think it will be, obviously with manipulation along the way, but basically like the gold ETF, where it was just gradually, consistently going up for years, guys. So it could be, well, it is going to be the biggest bull market in history here for crypto. But right now, my key area to be loading up my last bags here for Bitcoin, getting the lowest prices that I think we will probably ever have here is going to be around 50k there for Bitcoin, because the prediction here for Bitcoin over the next sort of bull cycle here is like, it's all the way up at like $440,000 per coin. Okay, so even a black swan event from those price levels, it's going to be very hard to hit. It's going to be very hard to hit 50k again, right? So yeah, this is a very important buying area there for Bitcoin. I'm not saying it's not going to go below 50k again in the next sort of couple of months or so, but I'm saying it's quite unlikely. It really is quite unlikely now for that to happen, in my opinion, unless we see a black swan event coming through, right? Let's have a little look. Phoenix, I just downloaded Telegram. What's CC's handle? Oh yeah, I can give you access to that indicator that you won yesterday, Zombie, which we will do another giveaway today. Should we do? Let's do it now. Let's do it now, guys. Why not? Let's do a giveaway. So I'm going to be giving away 1 week on the volume weighted ATR bands today. You can see these volume weighted ATR bands. They're absolutely god mode. That's what we're pretty much trading here on the macro right now, and they're very reliable for some massive moves, and the CC gang community knows that. So I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 20. Think of a number between 1 and 20. If you guess the number in the chat, you're going to get 1 week access to these bad boys. So while you guys are doing that, I'm going to have a drink, and then we're going to line up some we're going to line up some on-chain stuff for Bitcoin, and then into the altcoins. I'm going to do a video on ICP today as well. You guys that are ICP fans? Neil, it is 13. That's crazy. The first number to come through, and you guessed it, 13. Yeah, it is 13, man. So yeah, you have won. I did think, I was like, I'll choose the unlucky number, see if anyone gets it. And yeah, you have won basically 1 week on the WOD machine. Not the WOD machine, the volume weighted ATR bands, and it's a very good indicator. And you could basically probably take advantage of this really nice bounce point today for this, when we do see Bitcoin take this tumble, if it is going to tumble past this this key level of support that we have seen here previously for Bitcoin around 65.6. So yeah, if we do come down to 62.2 2, then there's going to be a really, really nice clean bounce in my opinion. Probably 5, 6, 7% there. So yeah, let me know on... I guess I was radiating the number 13 to you guys today. But yeah, let me know. Drop me a message on Telegram, Neil, or just drop a message in the Telegram community. And I was going to say I'll reach out to you, but I shouldn't message anyone first because of scammers and all that stuff. So you're going to have to reach out to me, and then I'll get you added to the indicator for a lovely, lovely week. But yeah, this also works on the micro term timeframes as well. So if you didn't know, I don't think I've really explained. I think you're quite new on the stream there, Neil, but we've got volume weighted ATR bands on the 5-minute, 15-minute, 60-minute. And they're really, really, really strong in terms of like levels. So right now you can see we saw the 60-minute volume weighted ATR band come across like so. And you can see the support that we've actually had on that for this dump. Okay, so it's a very, very, very valid piece of data here. And again, you can see very strong resistance continuously along these bands. And when they actually group together, so for example, they're coming together a bit here, you can see really, 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 really strong data when we do see these guys just chilling. So yeah, good stuff, good indicator. It's worth exploring. Let's get into... We are looking at a very interesting point here, guys, on the CCRSI indicator. This essentially means that we're coming in for a nice long position. When this does cross back up to the upside, it will give us a long signal here for Bitcoin, which is very good indeed. You can see the last long signal that we did have was down from around 64,000 all the way up to around 70,000. So really, really clean trade there. So we're looking out for that, guys. Just wanted to give you guys a little update on that indicator there. And if you see from the strategy tester, this is quite a profitable strategy that I've been using here, yeah, 75% profitable, these trades. So yeah, really, really, really strong stuff. And yeah, good stuff. So we're looking for a nice trade potentially today if we do see a nice bit of upwards momentum here for BTC. In terms of the prediction for this trade, it's I don't think it's going to be as clean as the previous trade. Okay, and my reasoning for this is, guys, well, it kind of actually depends on how steep the move to the upside actually is. But my reasoning for this is, guys, is because, as I said, overall here on sort of the macro, we're looking for this giant range at the moment. And if we do get a long signal, say here, it's likely that we're going to be underwater for a while if we do see continuation to these sorts of 62, 63 sorts of levels. That's definitely something to take into consideration if you are looking to be longing Bitcoin right now. And this is essentially done on the RSI here, the volume weighted RSI. So it depends on how quickly we return to this top side. This is going to be the TP area. So yeah, very, very interesting. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that is going to play out, because again, we are in this potential range right now. So basically coming right back up to the 70,000, 69,000 sorts of levels. It's kind of relative right now as to when that will happen. So yeah, it might be a long-term position, might not be. And you can see here the position that we actually had before that is actually a good example. We did get a long position here and we were underwater for a considerable amount of time. Yes, we closed pretty much near enough at entry. It wasn't the biggest loss in the world here for this position, around a 3% loss there, just about 4% loss there. But it's absolutely fine for that to happen when you're trading a strategy that's 75% profitable, right? So yeah, absolutely fine there. And yeah, we're just basically looking out for this. And the last move was 10%. So hopefully it is going to be, ideally I want to see us dump down a bit more to the lower side of this range, around 62.5. Then we get a long signal there, and then we basically long the range right back up to 70k. That sounds perfect to me. Definitely something that I really, really am looking forward to there. But as I said, again, volume weighted ATR bands are on the cards to be looking out for. On-chain, let's have a look at on-chain. Bitcoin exchange reserves, guys, we're seeing lows for that right now. Over the last day or so has been pretty bearish here on this chart, and essentially that does mean that it's bullish for Bitcoin, because it means people are moving their Bitcoin from exchanges into hardware wallets, which makes it harder to sell. Exchange whale ratio, not surprised at all, that has gone up drastically since yesterday. Essentially means that the whales are manipulating the price. Absolutely fine. Estimated leverage ratio, this is creeping up as well, guys. Quite surprising considering that Bitcoin is falling off a cliff, right? You think a lot of people would be scared and not trading. Funding rates, Okay, that's interesting. So a lot of people are actually flipping short right now in comparison to the longs. So it's nearly actually equal in terms of longs versus shorts at the moment. So that's an interesting sentiment on the market. You're actually still going to be paid to hold your short positions because a lot more people are long right now. But yeah, just an interesting sentiment to be taking there. And what else do we have? Minor reserve as well, guys. Taking another dip for the minor reserve, testing this level. Like we did say yesterday, if we did test this level over this next sort of few days or so, it does mean that we are going to take another tumble there for Bitcoin, which has happened pretty much perfectly, okay? Crypto Fear and Greed Index still up around 79. Pretty crazy. So everyone's still greedy as hell. Subfloor says 10 watching and only 3 likes. Come on, people. This quality TA deserves much better. I do appreciate it if you like the stream, guys. It does help out the channel tremendously. And essentially shows more people the stream, which shows more people Bitcoin, which shows more people crypto, and they're likely to buy it if they see it. So, technically, your likes convert into pumping your own backs. It's a long funnel, but it's technically true. Liquidation heat map, guys. Let's have a little look at this today. You can see there's no real crucial levels. We do have these levels at around 67.8. We have smashed through these with a lot of certainty. There's nothing really below us that we can see on this chart right now. Can't drag it any lower, so the areas to really be looking out for there on the top side is going to be around 70,500, 70,200, 70,000, 71,000. So that is the real strong area to liquidate as many shorts as possible. And it's quite interesting, guys, because if that is going to happen, it will be an interesting scenario to be a part of here, because it would mean a very aggressive buy up to the upside here. I mean, right now we are seeing a bounce for Bitcoin from 66.1 up to 66.8 and reclaiming the volume weighted ATR band on the hourly. So that is an interesting point, and I'm looking to see how this candlestick is going to close here, because if it is going to close in this current candlestick chart pattern, guys, that means it's going to be a bullish hammer stick candlestick chart pattern, and a bullish hammer stick candlestick chart pattern is going to be essentially bullish, and it means does insinuate a reversal in the trend, okay, a reversal in the price, which is going to be a bullish reversal, and that will probably send us all the way back up to around 67.3, just for a test of the Fibonacci at the 0.382. That's what I'd say there. So yeah, we can see how that's going to close over the next one minute and 40 seconds. While that's doing that, I'm going to be prepping a chart to do a nice little update on. I'm going to do ICP today. Hammerstick low. Candlestick, hammerstick chart pattern. Oh. And if you haven't guessed, I've strained my throat again. Not good. So I'm going to be, unfortunately, limiting the streams now to 1 hour every day, because my throat can't take it, man. My throat can't take it. It's tricky as well, because I love streaming. I love streaming. I get carried away. I stay on the stream for hours on end, and I do really like it. But it's very annoying because I end up straining my voice, and then I can't stream because my voice is hurting so much. So it's a catch-22 there. So if I want to stream, I have to kind of regulate how long I'm going to be streaming for, and yeah. So yeah, I'm going to be cutting down to an hour now every day. So you can expect me for an hour Monday to Friday, and I might throw in a little evening stream here and there as well. I do have some plans to be looking out for in the next couple of weeks. And we might actually have, maybe, we might have a founder of a coin on the channel, and I'm going to be interviewing him. There's talks of it at the moment. It's not confirmed, but it's an interesting aspect to the channel that I think I'm going to be trying out. So yeah, you guys can look forward to that. I don't know if it's the type of content that you guys want. I don't know if it's the type of content that I want to do. I've never really interviewed people like on stream or in videos ever, really. So I don't really know how that's going to go, but the opportunity has arose, and I'm one to kind of grab every opportunity. If you see an opportunity, just grab it, and even if you don't like it, give it a try. You might like it. So just try many different things. And yeah, so hopefully that's going to be going ahead. If it does go ahead, then yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I'll be interviewing someone on my YouTube, and it might be a thing that we carry on doing. And I do some AMAs with coin founders and stuff like that. I think that it'd be a cool aspect, I think, to add to the channel. But not sure yet. Not sure. We'll see how it goes. See how things arise. But yes, let's look at ICP quickly. I mean, we're going to be doing a video, so I'm just prepping this quickly, guys. You can see, you guys know who are OGs of the channel. When we draw in these yellow lines here, they're essentially confirmed higher lows for the bullish market structure here. So we're going to be drawing that in. We're going to be drawing in some big juicy trend lines here to be referencing, and then we're going to be recording a nice video for ICP here. Okay, let's do that. We've got Fibonacci there, good stuff, and then we've got volume weighted ATR bands. So we're going to turn the volume weighted ATR bands off for a second. We're looking at macro prices. Okay, yeah, we'll draw them in for now. Okay, right, get ready for this. Let's get it. I'm here today to give you an update on ICP. As you can see here, we are in a very bullish stance. In this video, guys, we're going to be going through restart that one. Damn it, going through Bitcoin. I'm here today to give you an update on ICP. We're going to God damn it. Try this again. Messing it up this morning. Could you look at Casper, good sir? Yes, sir, I can have a look at Casper for you after we've done ICP. Well, I'm doing a video on it because I did a video on it last week, but I do like Casper, and we will be getting into this. I'm here today to give you an update on ICP. We're going to be looking at ICP from a technical analysis perspective. We're going to be going through market structure on the macro, and then we're going to be looking at some very key important buying levels for ICP over the next couple of weeks. And then to end the video, to round it off, we're going to go into a deep price prediction of what we can expect for this asset over the next 6 to 12 months. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. As you can see, ICP from a market structure standpoint, that is all of these yellow lines here, they are going to be higher lows, and higher lows essentially confirming that you're currently in this very nice uptrend. Most recently for ICP, we've seen a move from 10 cents all the way up to around $10 all the way up to around $20 here for ICP, and that is around 100% move, guys. That's a 2x on your investment, so amazing stuff to anyone who did get involved with that. And the reasoning why I'm referencing that point right now is because in terms of a higher low, in terms of market structure, bullish market structure right now for this asset, the most recent high low is actually still down at $10.62. So if the price of ICP was to even crash another 36% to the downside, you're still going to be in a bullish market, guys. So this basically, I go through this just to show you guys that it is so volatile right now, and if you are going to be buying at these levels, please be prepared that you could still be underwater for a little bit of time while holding this, but you're still in that uptrend, okay? You're still in that bullish market structure, so it's not the end of the world, but just be prepared for a 36% fluctuation to the downside before you see a nice bounce to the upside. I mean, at the moment, guys, you can see the momentum from this zone is really strong. In fact, it's actually getting stronger. You can see the first test that we had here was worth around 62%. The second test was up at around 100%, okay? So definitely an area to be looking out for there, guys. And if we do come down to that area again, I would expect another big, juicy bounce. Now, let's talk Fibonacci. You can see Fibonacci levels have been plotted in here, and we're currently testing from this high at the moment for this level. So you can see we got the swing low at this point, we got the swing high, and the retracement, the Fibonacci retracement from this level, you're currently testing the 0.236, and ideally finding support. So in the next 17 hours or so, you're looking for that candle body close above this area here. If you can get that, then it's very likely you're going to have a nice little move again to the upside, okay? So that's a bullish sign here for this asset. I do want to zoom in very quickly and see if we can get any sort of these sort of trend lines coming in, because you can see that we do have a level of support, level of support, level of support, level of support again, and this will actually be forming a falling wedge, guys, a falling wedge chart pattern, and that essentially means that you tend to break to the upside. So there is a breakout scenario here for ICP to the upside to be taken advantage of here, and it's around a 10% move there, so very, very interesting stuff, and that will be bringing the price of ICP all the way back to around $19 and 87 there, so very, very interesting to be taken consideration for there. Now, I don't want to BS you guys in a sense, because if we do lose this Fibonacci retracement, the 0.236, then I would expect heavy resistance. Okay, I like to show you guys that you can go either way here for this asset, and be prepared for either way. So if you do see a tumble here for ICP, it's absolutely fine, but the resistance from this area is very, very, very strong. I must stress that, guys. It's very, very strong, and that could mean around a 14% correction to the downside. After seeing 100%, guys, having a retracement of around 31% is completely fine. Okay, it's completely fine. It's completely healthy for a chart to be doing that. So just be prepared to be underwater if you do see a daily candle body close below this Fibonacci retracement. I would expect downside from there. As you can see, the resistance is very strong from that zone. Now let's get into a price prediction for the next 6 to 12 months. Actually, before we do that, guys, I just want to look at potential buying areas for ICP. So if you were to buy ICP at these areas, and then we'll go into a price prediction of what we can sort of expect here. So the areas that I would be looking for here over the next sort of couple of months here, sorry, couple of weeks or so, would be at the 0.382 here, as we just discussed, around $14.47, and also the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement at around $11.80, and of course, like we discussed at the start of the video, this higher low level at $10.66. Okay, so those would be the buying areas for this asset if we are going to have a little bit of a tumble to the downside. And hey, even buying it at this level is absolutely fine. It's still going to be very, very bullish. You've still got a lot of gas in the tank to be driving a long way with this asset to the upside. So yeah, just be cautious for that. You can actually buy at this level if you are looking for a hodl. If you're going to hold this and you're not worried about being a little bit underwater for a while, it's absolutely fine. You can do that, and you can buy it, and you can hold it, and you will make money over the next year. I'm not a financial advisor, but you will. You will. But yeah, let's move on to a nice price prediction for this asset. So we're going to be looking to start off with at all-time highs for ICP. You guys know that with this asset, when I do this, unfortunately, we're not going to get the all-time highs here on this chart. So just bear with me 1 second. ICP, we're probably going to get it on Binance, so we're going to flash back to a bit of data there on Binance and see what we can see. As you can see, we do have all-time highs. This is when it's ridiculous, so we can't really compare all-time highs for ICP to the current price now, because it'd just be thousands and thousands and thousands of percentages there. But the all-time high is around 2,833, and this is when it did actually launch, guys. It launched and it had a lot of backing behind it, millions and millions and millions of dollars of investment, and unfortunately it just didn't have the utility integration into other projects, into from a B2B standpoint as well. There just wasn't that connection there to Web3 just yet. So unfortunately, we did see the price absolutely tank off a cliff. It just wasn't ready. The market wasn't ready for it. But we're coming around to a more developed Earth, a more developed Earth, if you will, this cycle. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this asset does do. So currently priced at around $17, guys. These are the levels that I'm sort of looking out for here over the next couple of months. It's going to be $18, $23, $33, $36, and $40. As you can see here, we do have very, very strong areas for resistance and support from these areas. As you can see, massive resistance, but as you can see to the top side, really, really, really nice support. So if we are going to be conservative, we're going to be conservative, guys. And remember, it is going to be conservative here. I would say in the tank for ICP, because remember, the all-time high is $2,800 that we can see. I would expect at least a 10x for ICP in the next 6 to 12 months here. And my reasoning for that is, guys, if we do a 10x on this, it's going to bring us to $170 a coin. And $170 a coin is still actually... It's still only 10% or less than 10% of the all-time high. So yeah, it's a completely achievable target in my opinion here. to be banging a 10x here on this asset. So so yeah, that would be my prediction for ICP if you were to get in and basically hold this for the next 6 to 12 months. Very, very, very achievable. Good fundamentals. Go check it out. But yeah, that's going to be your ICP update. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace out. Oh, let's have a look at Casper next. Oh, got my lemon, my ginger, and my honey in my tea. Casper. Right. I'm on indicators. That explains why. Like, where is it? Shit, I'm tired, man. I had this in my watch list. No, I don't. Probably a different watch list, as always. Yeah, so we're looking at CAS. This is me and Mr. Miles, a guy on this channel, have been talking about this for quite a while now, this Casper, and it's actually a very reliable asset to be trading here. So if you are looking for a cleanly traded asset, then this is the one. This is the one that I would recommend. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. All that good stuff. We'll get rid of all these support lines here. As I said, I'm not going to do a video on this, but I'm just going to break it down very quickly. Break it down. Parallel channels tend to usually break to the said downside. So that's going to be the move. High-low market structure and all that good stuff. Let's get that drop in. It's the low, high-low, high-low, high-low test. Break of the high, pull back, unconfirmed high-low, high-low. So this is the most recent high-low. God, that's not great. It is not great. Yeah, so this is the unconfirmed high-low right now. If you break this high for CAS, then it's a very nice. You'll basically confirm that high-low. But at this point in time, you could see fluctuations coming down to around 8 cents, 7, 8 cents a coin, and you'll still be in this bullish uptrend. If you do see that happen, then there is going to be a move down that consists of around 30% there. That is going to be part of a rising parallel channel measure move down. Absolutely fine for that to be happening. Let's do some Fibonacci stuff. Remember, guys, this is an underpriced asset. This one will explode in the next 6 to 12 months here. Yeah, 0.5 Fibonacci retracement is sat there, which if you do break that, then again it confirms the reversal of the trend. So that's a very, very key indicator there to show that you're going to be having the continuation down. So I would be using that as a confluence there. Looking at the RSI, guys, you are in a bearish zone right now. Bearish zone right now, not that much data to be extracting from this in terms of divergences, so we can be leaving that where it is. Let's get some volume weighted ATR bands and see where we're at with that. Okay, volume weighted ATR bands are all in a pretty digressionary stance right now, which is bearish. I mean, it's completely explained after seeing such a solid downtrend over the course of the last 3, 4, 5 weeks or so. Surprising considering the state of crypto in general. Is quite bullish. Okay, so yeah, it's quite surprising to see that forecast. But yeah, the bullish thing that I can see here is the 12-hour volume weighted ATR band. No matter how digressionary all of these other ones are, if you do come down to the 12-hour, you're likely to see a really, really nice bounce. So if you are going to be shorting Bitcoin, shorting CAS, then it's going to be around a 15% move instead, and the bounce off the 12-hour, as you can see. Previous PA price action there, you can see really, really strong bounces there. So I would say the 12-hour is going to be your target point if you do see this breakdown. But if you're looking at momentum, guys, momentum from this zone, you can see really nice 14% there, nice 5% there, and then humongous momentum to the upside, all the way to the top side there, right? So we're going to be replicating anything to do with this momentum from this zone. You're probably going to be looking at around a 30% move to the upside from this bounce point, okay? And this bounce point that we are referring to is the unconfirmed high low, which is this red area here, guys. You can see the momentum from this zone, 42%. That was the wrong tool. Let's try that again. 37%, and you haven't tested that just yet. So if we're being conservative, if we're being realistic, half of 37% here is going to be at 18.5%. So you can see that's going to bring the price all the way back up to 13. So it's actually probably a quite nice, clean, long position from this zone. Maybe you tap the 0.5 Fibonacci first at 11 cents and then bounce up. That's sort of probably what I would expect here. If we are going to be doing a Control-C, Control-V, you can see the trap zone here with this wick. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. You can see this wick here, very, very strong. If we get a trend line, a parallel trend line to the current one that we're referencing from that zone, you can see that lines up really, really, really cleanly here with the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement, the 4 hour. Okay, so yeah, I probably would expect to come down here, wick, and then a big, juicy, right big bounce all the way back up to 0.382 Fibonacci retracement. That's what I would expect for Casper right now. Yeah, sorry for polluting the chart. Sometimes it does get a bit out of hand. But yeah, it's nice to get all that data. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep that one in there. Yeah, we'll leave that where it is. Neil says, thank you so much again, my guy. Not a problem, bro. Hope you're having a good day out there. Oh, God. I went to the gym yesterday as well, so I'm aching like crazy, man. And I woke up at 4 a.m. like, oh, can't breathe properly. Because I'm in Thailand, right? So it's really, really, really hot at the moment. It's like 38 degrees. So at night, it's like 30 degrees. So we've got to have the aircon on. And it's like, it really messes with my sinuses. So it's not great. Right, let's bang out some videos. Let's look at crypto bubbles quickly. What is performing? Core is performing. BitGet token as well is performing. Interesting. I'm going to be doing a video today on what should we choose. I like the idea of doing Neo. Do you think BTC pump to 68? Why did you sell millions of BTC, Chester? Sorry, guys. Sorry, man. Yeah, I think just going back to BTC quickly. And again, I've got 10 minutes left of this stream, so I've got to be kind of sharpish here. I just expect a range. I expect a range in this area from all-time highs, maybe even down to 59. But right now, this is basically just going to be the playing zone until the halving, in my opinion. I don't really see us dumping off a cliff too crazily, because if we do dump off a cliff, institutions will just buy it up. They're looking for low prices still. A lot of people are still trying to get in. BlackRock is still trying to get as much supply as possible. So yeah, I don't see us falling off a cliff drastically, but also I don't see us pumping to the goddamn moon as well, because a lot of people are scared of the insinuate sideways action. Yes, it's a big range, guys. It's going to be 73,000 all the way down to around 59,000. Very tradable range, may I add. Very, very tradable range. And we're going to be trading that, as we have discussed on the start of the video. 0.236 Fibonacci retracement, volume weighted ATR band here on the daily. There's going to be a really nice clean, at least a 5% bounce, at least 5 to 10% bounce there from that zone. So yeah, definite points to really be considering there, guys. That's my BTC synopsis. But yeah, let's do a video here. What should we do? No, injective protocol. Bam, bam. Okay. Yeah, that's the most recent high low, and that's a very good sign for ICP. Good stuff. So yeah, we're gonna. What's the wrong thing there? Alright guys, I'm going to be back very, very shortly. Just got to run to the load quickly. But yeah, I will be back very shortly. So just bear with me. Too much tea. All right, guys, all back. Apologies for that. Let's get into this. Okay. All right. So let's get into this ICP update here. Music on, good stuff. Right. I'm here today to give you an update on ICP, not ICP. I really messed up so many videos today. God damn. Let's try this again. I'm here today to give you an update on Injective Protocol. We're going to be going through this from a technical analysis perspective. We're going to be looking at market structure, price targets, buying points, and also a really nice clean price prediction for ICP if you were to hold it for the next 6 to 12 months or so. Okay, so not going to keep you guys too long. If you like the content, smash a like on it. If you got a comment, smash a comment. You know the score. Right, let's get into this. So as you can see, ICP, from a market structure standpoint here, we've got very strong higher lows. The higher lows I'm referring to here, guys, are these yellow lines in here. Okay, these yellow lines are very, very key because these actually determine whether you're in an uptrend or you're in a downtrend. Okay, and the confirmation levels that we currently have set in, we're actually very close to these. Okay, so this is very, very important. The areas that we're currently looking at are $30. Okay, $30 is the most recent higher low here for ICP. And you can also see this this bull flag scenario that we did see from previous highs here for ICP, Injective, and we saw very nice breakout scenarios coming through from that. So there is an inclination that we're likely to see a test from this zone. Okay, we're testing this zone right now, and the bounce from this zone could be fairly significant. Okay, fairly significant. From previous price action, we have seen some really nice moves here. 28%, 27%. 16%. So how much is this going to go up today? If it is going to pump, if it's not going to pump, all I would expect is a test down at around 30 cents. Sorry, $30 there. And once we test $30, then I would expect a nice move to the upside from that. Okay, maybe we grind down on this trend line for a little while, for a couple days or so throughout this week, and then a nice move to the upside. But overall, I do see ICP actually holding this higher low and continuing this this run to the upside. Remember, guys, this is a layer 1 blockchain. It's very reliable, and a lot of new projects are actually being built on Injective right now. So it's very bullish overall from a fundamental standpoint. Okay, so, and again, if we are looking for measure moves for a potential retest for this zone, guys, all we're going to do is draw a measure move like that from the previous range of this bull flag in previous price action, and that will actually bring the price of ICP back up to around $38 a coin. So yeah, very interesting stuff. So yeah, overall, guys, just to summarize market structure, looking very bullish as long as you stay above $30 and $27. The real key crucial point, guys, you can see I just moved that out of the way, is going to be the Fibonacci retracement of the 0.5, because if we actually lose the 0.5, it's the confirmation of the reversal of the trend. Okay, and that you can see lines up perfectly with the volume weighted ATR band and also the other higher low that we did set in terms of this market structure. So the real key point I would be looking for here for a bounce is going to be $27. Okay, so if it comes down to $27, that's going to be a buy zone. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, all that good stuff, but yeah, $27 is a very good buying opportunity for ICP. Now let's get into a price prediction for this to see how high this asset could potentially be going over the next sort of 6 to 12 months or so. So we've got the buy zone. The buy zone is $27.50. If we do come down to that, especially with the halving coming up and all that good stuff, it's very likely that we do see a retracement. So if we are going to be going to previous all-time highs for Injective, not ICP, and apologies if I've said ICP multiple times in this video, guys, but I did ICP before this, so yeah, that's probably why I'm messing up a bit. But yeah, apologies. It is Injective Protocol. So if we're looking at all-time highs for Injective right now, I think just looking at KuCoin chart, I do want to bring up Binance, see if we get any more data on Binance. No, nothing on Binance here. So I guess we're going to be all-time high it from $53. Okay, so we're going to go back to the KuCoin chart here. And the all-time high for Injective right now that we can see is actually up at around $53 there. I thought it was pretty sure it was a little bit higher than that. But no, $53 right now. Okay, so if we are comparing this to other layer 1 blockchains, we don't actually have the market cap to hand for this asset, but Off the top of my head, I think it might be around 5 billion. So just going on the basis that it is $5 billion for Injective Protocol right now for this market cap, I think Solana's up at around 80 billion there. So if we are going to be looking for, if we are going to be looking for some sort of price target, I probably would say at least around a 5x for this asset, for what is moving right now. If we are going to be doing a 5x for ICP for this zone, remember, guys, layer one, so this is very, very likely to see massive price movements to the upside over the next 6 to 12 months. Conservatively, I think we're going to have a nice move up to around $164 a coin there. If we are going to be doing Fibonacci, guys, let's do Fibonacci from swing low to all-time high right now, and then we can potentially get some levels, some Fibonacci extension levels for that as well. So this is going to be the swing low. Let's bring this all the way to the high here. It's going to get there. And guys, if you like the content, smash a like on it. And if you are involved in Injective, then drop a comment. Let me know when you got in. Let me know how high you think it's going to go. So the extension levels that we can be referencing right now is actually all the way up to around $85 there. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff. If you hold this asset over the next 6 to 12 months, you're going to make a considerable amount of cash. Can't really get that much of a price prediction here, but overall it's looking very, very bullish. The chart looks great, market structure looks great, and yeah, the moves are very, very strong here. We've seen a very, very parabolic motion to the upside here for Injective, and then from there we have just seen pretty much just a nice bit of consolidation here, which is very, very strong for an asset of this caliber. Okay, but yeah, that's going to be your Injective Protocol update for today. But yeah, peace out. See you in the next one. That was not a good video. It's not a good video. For some reason I thought Injective was like, it wasn't as new as it is. I thought it was around since previous bull markets and stuff like that. So I was under the assumption that I could do a price prediction to the previous all-time high and do some sort of comparison like that. But we didn't see the we couldn't even see the market cap because we didn't have CMC open. So yeah, I couldn't really do a great video on that one. Hey ho, it is what it is. Let's jump to one more coin and then we're gonna call it a day. I'm gonna do Link. Yeah, I'm gonna do Link, guys. Oh, no, that's the wrong thing. I'm here today to give you an update on Link, a bit of Chainlink coming through. We're going to be looking at Chainlink from a technical analysis perspective, looking at potential highs, and then we're going to be doing a price prediction for the next 6 to 12 months to see how high this asset could potentially be going. And also, we're going to be looking at some very, very key essential buying zones and buying areas for this asset for the next couple of months or so before we start going to this massive alt season and we see Chainlink absolutely explode, right? So starting off with this video, guys, we're going to be looking at market structure, and as you can see, the market structure levels that I've got plotted in are these higher lows. These higher lows are these yellow lines here, guys. These are very important because these essentially determine whether you're in an uptrend or you're in a downtrend, okay? So right now, the key higher low point that we have seen that is confirmed, may I add, is you can see the massive pullback from this zone, and then we break this high, okay? The high that we break here, sending the price of Chainlink all the way up to around $22.92 there. Very, very important stuff because that essentially confirms the higher low. Now, this is where it gets a bit interesting, a little bit choppy here, because if we lose this higher low, guys, it's quite likely that we do see a reversal in the trend, okay? It's quite likely because it's already been confirmed and we have already tested it. So yeah, if we do lose this in terms of support, it's not the end of the world, guys. But the next point to really be looking out for there is the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement. If we hit this Fibonacci retracement with 0.5 and we lose it, then I would expect downside, okay? I would expect downside for Chainlink coming through. Do I think that's going to happen in this market? Probably not, guys. It looks very, very progressive overall. Really, really nice chart, I would, if I may add. And just looking down to test this potential high low, if you look at the area and look at the levels of support that we actually do have plotted in here, for starters, let's look at momentum. Momentum from this zone is literally 38% to the upside there. It's 26% to the upside there. So likelihood, we're likely to probably get, I don't know, maybe half of that, a 13% move to the upside there, and that will basically send us to the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement, again in terms of a test to the upside. So yeah, very bullish from that point onwards, but that's just talking momentum. Let's talk volume weighted ATR bands. Let's talk more Fibonacci there, guys. And as you can see, the 0.382 is there. The 4-hour volume weighted ATR band is there. You can see the support that we get on this. Really, really, really strong stuff, guys. So yeah, definitely a point to really be looking out for there. So yeah, I don't see us actually going below this area for Chainlink, and that's going to be around a $15. So in terms of a buying zone for this current uptrend, for this current bull market for Chainlink, I would say the buy zone that I'm going to be referencing here, guys, in future videos is going to be around $15.09. That's going to be a really, really strong area that I would be looking to accumulate more Chainlink if we do see this price dump down, okay? And that is just going to be simply a move of around 12% to the downside, which is still going to keep us in that bullish stance, still going to be a very, very nice area. And hey, if we lose that, if we buy at that area, if we lose it, it's still fine, guys. It's still going to be in a nice uptrend, and essentially we can expect extremely higher prices. Extremely higher prices, I don't know if that makes sense. Extreme higher prices for this asset in the next 6 to 12 months. So now let's get into a price prediction for Link, and let's see how high this could potentially be going. Let's look at the potential, well, the previous all-time high that we do have on this chart for Link is currently set at, where is that? Set at $52. So is that back in 2021? Yes, that is $52. That will be the all-time high for Chainlink. So if you want to buy Chainlink at that level that I just suggested, obviously I'm not a financial advisor, guys, you're going to be looking at 3.1x on your investment to the upside in the next 6 to 12 months. And guys, you know what happens when we test previous all-time highs from previous bull markets. It's very likely that we break them to the upside, okay? So yeah, just be cautious of that. Let's get a little bit of Fibonacci going on in there. And yeah, no, that's wrong. Let me delete that quickly. Let's do Fibonacci from the swing low to the current high, and let's look at some potential extension levels that we could be looking out for there on sort of the micro term. I mean, it is the macro, but not quite 6 to 12 months here. This will be in the next sort of probably 4 months or something like that. So you've got the extension levels of the 0.236. That is going to be at $26. You've got the 0.382, and that is going to be at $29. 0.5 is going to be all the way up at $31 as well. So it looks quite progressive to the upside for Link if we are going to be following those Fibonacci extension levels as we progress in this trend, okay? But yeah, that is going to be your Link update. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section, and if you like it, slap a like on it. I'm uploading every single day here, guys, and streaming every day as well. So yeah, make sure you hit the sub, hit the notification bell, and you know you're never going to miss one of my uploads. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. Peace. I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, so that is a Link. Let's jump to the chat quickly and see what's happening here on the live stream. What will happen now? BTC, bro. I bought on 69k. What do? I'm losing. It says news 2. Okay. So what I'm waiting on here, my good sir, and I will be ending the stream after this, guys, because we've been going for over an hour here, but I will be back tomorrow. I'm back every single day, Monday to Friday, so if you want to tune in, you can do that, no sweat. And if you're looking for a TG community, link is in the description. We've got a nice family over there. But yeah, what I'm looking for Bitcoin right now is essentially a ranging period. And let me just explain to you as to why I'm looking for this, right? Because we've hit all-time highs for Bitcoin, okay? We've hit all-time highs for Bitcoin. And this was pretty much done through institutional buying, okay? BlackRock now own over 1% of Bitcoin, okay? They've just been buying up this asset like crazy, all the way from $39 all the way up to $73,000 to the all-time high for Bitcoin. So what I'm expecting now, with the halving coming up, guys, it's not to smash through all-time highs again and keep going here for Bitcoin. What I would expect is a ranging period, okay? And the ranging period that I'm looking for here is going to be between 59,000, okay? 59,000 is the swing low that we did see from that massive pullback here. That's going to be the swing low, and then we're going to see swing high, okay? The swing high is going to be the all-time high there for Bitcoin. Now, the reason why I'm saying this, guys, because I don't see us coming down lower than $59,000. The reasoning for this is because if you think about the institutions that have seen BlackRock accumulate this whole zone, they're waiting as well. They're waiting to buy these lower prices. They're waiting for this to happen. And you can see every time that we have dumped here, even down to $60,000, we've seen massive momentum, massive buying areas to the upside for this from an institutional level, guys. This isn't that much retail. This is whales coming in and just accumulating Bitcoin. So that's why I don't see us dropping down any lower than 59K at this point in time. Maybe we do after the halving, but up until the halving, I would expect just a range between this area here. I don't see us breaking all-time highs, guys. I really don't, just because it's a bit too scary to be buying Bitcoin up now with the halving and having this run continue, because the institutions don't want to go against the dumb money here. So I would say that puts the top of the range for me at the all-time high, and then the lower side of the range where institutions will be buying up again is 59,000. So yeah, you said you just got in at 69,000, so you bought the previous all-time high for Bitcoin, which isn't a bad, I mean, it's not great. Sorry, but it's not great to buy that level. But at the end of the day, no one really knows how high this asset could be going. And it depends whether you're in from a spot perspective or you're in from a leverage perspective. If you're leveraging, then it's going to be a lot trickier for you, because you have to be prepared for swings to the downside. The most recent swing to the downside that I would predict on the daily here for Bitcoin is actually going to be a swing to the downside here of around 6.73%. And that basically brings us to the 0.236 Fibonacci and also the volume weighted ATR band on the daily, guys. We went through this at the start of the stream. This is a massive bounce point for Bitcoin. We're looking for probably around a 5 to 10% bounce from this area, and that's going to be at 62.5 all the way up to around maybe 68, maybe 65. Okay, so that's definitely something to really be looking out for there if you are in this if you are trading this. That's my next big long position here for Bitcoin. Okay, but yeah, 69K is where you're at. It's pretty brutal because you just lost the volume weighted TR band on the 12-hour as well. You basically longed the resistance from this trend line from the all-time high. So yeah, it's not the nicest position in the world to be in for yourself there. But what I would say here is either book the loss, take the loss, and move on from that trade, or if it is a spot trade, then just sit there, man. Just sit there and chill, because yeah, you might be underwater for a bit, but we're going to come back. We will come back to 69K at least all-time highs, especially over the next sort of month or so, in my opinion, for this range. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. You need to make your own decisions here, but that is what I would say here. It's very unlikely that we dump all the way down and keep falling down, because otherwise institutions wouldn't be buying these levels at 51K. They wouldn't be buying up again at 62K, right? So in their eyes, they're buying it at $62,000 because they still believe that $62,000 is insanely cheap for this asset. They would just wait for a massive dump, right? Wouldn't you? It's the smart thing to do. So yeah, that's what they are doing there. So they still think these are low, underpriced. They still think the Bitcoin is underpriced at $62,000 and stuff like that. So I would expect massive moves to the upside, and then obviously retail will follow that from there. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and we will be over in the TG today, talking trades and all that good stuff. If you want to follow my trades as well, guys, go to Fairdesk. You can click copy trade. All you need to do is deposit, click copy trade. If I place a trade, it automatically places that trade on your account as well. Very, very simple, very, very easy. No legwork from you. If I make money, you make money. It's a win-win-win-win situation, okay? So yeah, if you want to go do that. And also this stream is sponsored by BingX. They're running a nice promotion. Link is in the description as well for you to get some free cash as well if you want to go check that out. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I will see you tomorrow. But for now, it's peace out and goodbye from me.